But ma'am, I don't want to review no Pray for the Dying. Come on. But ma'am, if I review no Pray for the Dying, all my friends are gonna think I'm not cute. Okay, I'm gonna fuck. Hey, what's up, guys? Today we're gonna talk about No Prayer for the Dying, Maiden's 8th studio album. And they class this album as a return to their roots. Didn't work out so well, to be honest with you. Now that we have hindsight, let's just jump straight in here, and I'll explain as we go along. So the artwork, first of all, clearly a reference back to Killers and Iron Maiden. Doesn't work out so well. I like the color scheme. The color scheme's quite nice. The blue and then there being the yellow and all that good shit. But besides that, kind of a boring artwork, considering it follows Power Slave, Somewhere in Time, and Seventh Son. We don't want album covers like Iron Maiden and Killers again. They were great for their time, fair enough. But when you give us a Power Slave, Somewhere in Time, and Seventh Son, we expect good motherfucking artwork. We don't want to go back in time, motherfucker. God. So yeah, the artwork's just meh. I don't want that shit. Next is the production. The production took place in Barnyard Studios, I believe it's called. Like a mobile studio. They brought Martin Birch back in. I don't know why. He does fuck all to do. It's pretty much all Steve Harris on this album. And the production's shitty. Everything about the production is shitty. The vocals don't sound as good as they would. They didn't sound good to begin with, but now they sound even shittier. The bass is almost non-existent, but even, when we do hear it, it sounds like shit. And yeah, we'll get to that later. The drums sound like clapping. They sound like shit. And the guitars sound thin as fuck. Like literally, this album has no bottom end at all, and the guitars are thin as fuck. It's stupid. It's retarded. Fuck the production, and fuck you, Steve Harris. Fuck you for not letting Martin Birch do something good to this shitty album. Vocals would be another thing to talk about. Obviously, this is probably the worst thing about No Prayer for the Dying. These vocals, these raspy son of a bitch, fuck you vocals that Bruce is doing, he used on Seventh Son a teeny bit, like this much, you see how much this is, this much. So it gave the album a little bit of heaviness, a little bit of, difference, a little bit of the, a little bit of chigga. But no, overused on this album. And what's even worse is, it's like he forgot how to sing operatic, if that's a word. Because when he tries to, it just, it goes nowhere. There's nothing epic about it. You don't feel excited when he's doing that, which you should, because when he does it, it's like, oh my god, he's actually going to sing for once. But he doesn't. It sucks. It's balls. Fuck that shit. So the vocals, no. Just fuck no. No. The instruments. This would be a good time to say that Adrian Smith left the band because he didn't like the way the band were going with this whole back to their roots thing. He was right to do so. But Maiden did not go well from it. They brought in Yannick Gers from Bruce Dickinson's solo project, Tattoo Millionaire, which came out the same year and has a similar sound to No Prayer for the Dying. Now, Yannick Gers is a bad guitarist, but compared to Adrian Smith, he sucks complete balls. He really does. He plays solos way too fast. He shreds them. It doesn't suit Maiden's sound. It doesn't have a good contrast to Dave's solo, to Dave's soloing, and they just don't feel like one. They don't feel like one solid unit like Adrian and Dave did. It really does suck. And put of course on top of that, the guitar sound is terrible and they sound so thin. That just adds insult to injury. It's like pouring water on an already extinguished fire. There's no fucking point. Shit anyway, not gonna get any heat out of it. The bass, shall we talk about the bass? Fuck no, the bass isn't there. The bass is, it's like Steve Harris, I bet he didn't even play in this album. Any bass there is, I bet he just used a bass machine because he couldn't be fucking bothered. Fuck, cause their bass on here is shit. Really is. Anytime you can't hear the bass, it's shit. The drums. What about the drums? Fucking music slayer. What the fuck? But the drums. The fucking nickel. The potential. Fucking nickel. It is the nickel is a very simplified. I think it's a very simplified indeed. He's like great drummer, and then he goes to large Ulrich style drummer. He's like and Justice for All to Black Album. It doesn't make sense. He's just constrained. I can almost feel him kind of whispering in the background, going, "Let me play more complicated stuff. Come on, I want to play more complicated stuff. Come on, please, come on." But they don't let him. It's just so hard to do. What about the writing? The writing consists to Mother Russia. It consists of that. Mother Russia is a fantastic song. Bruce's vocals aren't too raspy there. They work there. The riff is great. The solos are actually great. Thank you, Yannick. But it's only 5.5 minutes, and that's the epic. What the fuck, man? What the motherfucking fuck, motherfucker? What you think you're playing at? Calling that an epic? Fuck you, bitch. God damn, this sucks. Okay. So besides Mother Russia, let me tell you, 90% of the album that you will enjoy is choruses. Almost every song has a good, catchy chorus. But everything else is brought down. The solos suck complete ass. The verses are ruined by Bruce's insistency on singing with a raspy vocal. And it sucks. It completely sucks balls. Yeah. Oh, God. And a couple of the riffs. A couple of riffs are good, like No Prayer for the Dying, Fate's Warning, Run Silent, Run Deep. A lot of those riffs are quite nice. So the album comes down. Okay, if you forget everything else, comes down to the writing department. You've got a lot of good choruses. Mother Russia, a lot of good choruses, and a couple of riffs. That's not good enough for a 40-minute album. I'm sick of this. Guys, you know what? This album pissing me off. I'm gonna give it, fucking 4 out of 10. It's fucking ridiculous. You know, I actually rated all the songs on Windows Media Player with the 5-star system, and then I added it all up and done all this bullshit, and I came up with 6.5. You know? 6.5. But with all the other bullshit added that on top, not including the artwork, because, you know, that's not part of the music, fuck the artwork, but 4. Just 4. I had to knock 2 marks off it, which I'm being generous. It could have been a lot lower. God damn it, Maiden, how could you do that? How could you go from this plateau of Seventh Son to No Prayer for the Dying? How could you do that? Did you not know that I would have to sit here almost 23 years later and review this bullshit? That's it, guys. That's my review. Follow me on Facebook, Twitter, like, comment, subscribe, do all that good stuff. I'll see you guys next time for another, hopefully not as angry review. Peace. Live, prosper, Star Trek bullshit.